We've seen support for school choice at the federal level, of course, under the Trump administration. But how are states like Florida helping make that happen?
So Florida has been a leader in school choice, and our two programs here is the Florida Tax Credit Scholarship, which started almost 20 years ago here in the state of Florida, using the corporate donations to a nonprofit organization that manages the program for low-income students. And just last year, we passed another scholarship program, which is called the Family Empowerment Scholarship, and that's serving about 18,000 students this year, and it grows every year about 7,000 students. And that is direct funding from the state coffers. And so what we are providing is a spread of options for parents to pick from. And I was incredibly happy to see the president mention school choice and the Freedom Scholarship in his State of the Union speech.
Democrats argue that programs that promote school choice, like those there in Florida, will actually steer money away from public schools. What, though, are the benefits of promoting school choice for students across the U.S.?
Having the parents make the choice. Our duty is to educate the children, where they're educated, how they're educated. That should be left in the hands of the parents. And it's not draining any funds from public education, because this is public education. Nothing says that the government actually have to provide the schooling. It says the government provides the opportunity for these children to be educated, and parents make the decision. That's the biggest impact that school choice has across communities in the United States, and especially here in Florida.
Now, when someone hears the term school choice, what are the different types of schools that are available to students here in the U.S. for parents to choose from?
So it goes from anywhere from schools that are run by the school districts that are magnet schools or academy schools or specialty schools. You have charter schools, which are public schools that are privately run, and then you have the private school programs, which include the scholarships and vouchers that many states have taken out, and including the educational savings accounts that are available in a couple of states. And then also you have the virtual options for many kids who sometimes blend homeschool with the virtual option to be able to have the freedom to participate in other activities. For example, if you have an individual sport athlete like a gymnast or a golfer, they don't have to attend school in a building, and they have these options where parents can provide an education and still keep them in their program. So it's the myriad of options that give the parents the decision for their child. That's really what it's about.
You mentioned Florida's Family Empowerment Scholarship program, but break it down a little bit deeper. How exactly does that program help lower-income families choose which school they send their children to?
So what it does is the parents apply, and once their application is accepted and they're qualified, the parent decides what participating private school in the state they want to send their child to. Once they have made that decision, the state issues a check or a warrant monthly to that school, allowing that parent to cover the expense of tuition. If a parent's not satisfied with that school, they can pick up and go to another school of their choice and continue the program until they find the right place for the student. So it's serving 18,000 students in its first year. It will grow by 7,000, and we have legislation that has the possibility of expanding it even further this year.
And what is your message for those who say school choice is not beneficial for students in the U.S. and that it's actually hurting our education system?
My message is simple. The government doesn't make the best decisions for our students, for our kids. Parents do. And this empowers parents to make those decisions regardless of what zip code they live in, what resources they have. And that's the ultimate opportunity for parents and for students in our country.
All right, Florida State Senator Manny Díaz Jr. joining us today to talk about the benefits of school choice for students here in the U.S. Thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.